Hello, hello, hello. Tonight, let's talk about Valentine's Day. If this is your first time here, my name is Jody McDowell. I'm a psychic, energy worker, and a witch in no particular order. So, for starters, I've got some beautiful, beautiful soaps and the old perfume scent Obsession curing in my kitchen right now in the Goddess and Seductress molds, which are absolutely stunning. If you'd like a bar, please hit my website up. I will put a link in the description of the video. And now into the meat of the video. Valentine's is one of those that if you're single, recently broken up, getting pressure for marriage, whatever, or just simply want a partner, it can be painful. So let's talk a bit about self-love and dealing with those feelings. I did that video last week, a guided self-love meditation, which just went abysmally, so I hear you. I won't do more of those. People aren't interested in my meditation stuff on this channel, and that's all fine and dandy. But I did that video specifically because as we move into this time of year, loving ourselves becomes more and more important. Diving into self-love, those rituals that heal our hearts, mind, body, spirits are so, so important. And starting on the inside out is where to begin. And I personally feel that meditation and grounding and all of those energy work exercises are a great way to work through a lot of that process. Now, some of the other areas. Make plans with your friends. Go ahead and make a girls' date, or guys, whatever, but make a date with your friends to go do something fun. Rent movies. Oh God, sorry, I just aged myself by decades there. Well, we all know how old I am, but plan a date for yourself to watch movies that you love and enjoy and do those self-pampering things. Take a bath full of all of those roses and stuff that you love that bring in those self-love qualities. Brew tea that brings you joy. Make yourself a nice meal. Treat yourself. Forget about what society says Valentine's Day is supposed to be, and just love you. Pamper yourself. Give yourself a pedicure at home or go get one. All the things that bring you love. I know I'm a woman, so my content tends to be more directed towards female identifying people. Sorry about that. I'm sure I could come up with stuff for my handful of male viewers, but I don't think there's too many of you. Do those pampering things. Whatever it is. Allow yourself to pamper yourself. Okay. For those of you who are looking to call in a partner, you're not wanting to just pamper yourself and soothe the heart and do the self-love bit, but you're wanting to call in a partner. Okay, I've shared before, the way that I met my husband was I got tired of dating. I'd been single for, I don't know, a number of years. I'd healed all the trauma from my past relationship, and I was ready to stop dating, stop fooling around, and meet someone who was going to be my forever person. And I cast for him. And I met Stephen within 48 hours of casting this spell. So what did I do? I got out paper and a pen and I started listing all of the things that I wanted in a relationship. Not so much the physical attributes. I didn't get so specific that the universe couldn't fulfill it. I left it open enough that there was room for the universe to bring who I needed, but narrow enough that I got what I wanted in a partner. For instance, I like someone who can be comfortable watching television and laughing at the dumbest things, but also dressing up and going to the theater or the opera. Who enjoys working in the garden with me, cooking home cooked meals, who loves my dog. And, well, we have a dog now. We lost my dog. The type of work, the type of activities that we would enjoy together. And I wrote as much of that down as I could muster. And when it felt complete, I took it outside and I burned it. A little bit of chaos magic. And I put my heart in that. It was really a genuine, I don't want to be alone anymore. I don't want to date. I'm tired of looking. And there I was, literally minding my own business on the internet, and I get a message from a complete stranger, which at the time wasn't uncommon, but I answered it, and I was in a bad mood. I was having a day, and I answered it, and there he was. Hi, how's your night going? It was a simple, honest, clean message, and it started a conversation that has led to almost 7 years later. Our anniversary is coming up in a couple weeks, and I'm delighted. It's one of my favorite times of year. We got married on February 7th because we didn't want to mess with Valentine's Day. Oh, no Valentine marriages in our household. Okay, that's a method. Of course, all of the mundane things of going out and doing the things that you like, you enjoy. I'm not here to tell anybody moral codes of calling in the partner that you like. I'm not opposed to, whatever anybody wants to do, that's your business. I personally, when I was younger, messed with other people's free will, and I'm just going to say it didn't go so well for me. I got the attention I wanted, but it didn't last, and it wasn't what I wanted in the long run. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I'm not going, because I've done it, I can't judge. Just going to say that I found it to not be quite what I wanted. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to say, hey, get a good recipe for a do as I say, or come to me boy. I'll have to look up the name of the book, the spell book. I have it upstairs. It's got like 1,000+ really good spells in there. Kind of every oil spell you could want is in this book, and I will link it. I know I've shown it on my channel before. It's a fantastic, encyclopedia of spells. All of these are in there. So come to me, do as I say, follow me boy. Those are all names of spell oils and ingredients that you put together. I will link that in the description, like I said. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. And of course you can switch that up gender-wise. Those are just the names of the particular spells. I'm bisexual, so that I called in women before I did all that. Okay, now, for those of you who are wanting to spice up your love life, and I'm not talking about romance, I'm talking pure, unadulterated, sexy heat. And you may look at me and say, okay, yeah, well, you're not sexy. Okay, fine. You don't have to think so, but my husband sure as hell does. And my friend and I crafted a spell that we called Lust Dust. And I will post a link for that on my page where it'll be a free download. I use edible ingredients when I make it. I do have a couple that I could probably sell, but I'm not going to guarantee that that particular batch is edible. I'm not sure that my roses at the time were. I was just getting started in my spell craft and sell, and I didn't know. I didn't know everything that I know now. And I'm still working through that batch. Mix up a batch of that. Bake it into a cake. Oh, I'm telling you, mix some into a cup of hot chocolate. It's early enough that you have time to infuse a bottle of wine. Get a bottle of red wine, put a little bit of that in there. I would say probably a tablespoon or so, probably not more than that, and let that infuse. And then you have a special bottle of wine for you and your lover to sip on that evening. Probably not more than a day or two ahead of time. I wouldn't go longer than that because it's open. If you know more about that than I do, by all means, go ahead and fill me in on the details on that. I haven't done that, but I've heard of it in my classes, in my herbology classes. Okay, another route. Make your loved one some chocolates. Put a little bit into chocolates. So get yourself some molds and go ahead and melt down some beautiful chocolate and add that in, stir it in, and pour it into your molds to set, and you've got some nice truffles. Dip strawberries in it. If you want to go non-edible with it, sprinkle it onto a candle. Dress a candle with it and burn that. You can if you're looking for just a hot fling for Valentine's Day, go ahead and use a little bit of that in dressing a red candle, and with your intention, and go for it. I would say that you'd probably have some success with that. Okay. I understand that a lot of people are allergic to Damiana. That is a big ingredient in that, and that's what opens up. So this recipe is crafted, the Lust Dust is crafted not only for the magical components, but also for the actual medicinal properties. So for those of you who don't know anything about medicinal herbs, Damiana opens up blood flow, increases desire, and my brain is just not, I'm not focusing on the details right now. But please use, so all of the ingredients in this are chosen and crafted not only for their magical correspondences, but also for the known medicinal values